I found you actually through a counsellor that I'd been seeing, and she'd already been on a day training course
With
Michael Fisher,
right.
with Mike Fisher.
With myself.
Yeah, with yourself, yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, also the doctor.
And the doctor.
Yeah, and when I spoke to my doctor and said it'd been suggested, she also had been on your day, and she said it was very good, and she felt that would be quite beneficial.
Why did they suggest it would be beneficial?
Well, I was just firing off at all cylinders, basically, and it was affecting my life because I just felt guilty the whole time for being such a rat bag, basically.
And how long did it take you before you decided to attend the program?
Well, it probably took me about 6 weeks. I thought I wasn't actually that angry. I couldn't understand. I visualised people going on this course that were, either really bad domestic violence or aggressive really badly. And having been on the course, I realise now that I'm what they called an imploder, so I was like a volcano ready to bust. Yes, it was expensive, but at the end of the day, it was really money worth spent.
Well, also if you consider how much your anger has already cost you, not only emotionally and physically, but also financially, because sometimes people say before they come along that it's really expensive, but when they come along, they realize actually it's very good value for money. But they also realize that you're not only learning, certainly from our perspective, as anger management skills, but you're learning a lot of life skills. So they're getting the kind of added bonus of anger management skills, stress management skills, and life management skills. And I'm also aware that we're interviewing now, which is I think the second or the third day. Actually, it's the third day since you left. And how are you feeling today as you reflect on what that weekend was like?
I'm feeling great. I have to say, actually, since the weekend, I've been very calm. I'm thinking, my mind all the time is reflecting on various things, various issues.
So do you know how come you're feeling so calm? Is that because you're thinking?
I think it's because I realised what was causing in me the anger. A big thing in me is time management, really bad stress. So now I know what's sort of causing various me to strike off. I'm obviously trying to pull back now. You can't do it all in one go.
And also what I noticed on the weekend, that you were very quickly starting to make some fundamental connections for yourself.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
And how do you find your relationship with your partner today, based on what you learned about yourself this weekend? Absolutely
fine. I realise that I was blaming myself for absolutely everything. Yes, it can be an irritating what's not, and I acknowledge that I'm irritated by some of the things, but I've already, only once have I wanted to strike, and I've already done it as, we were taught at the anger management course.
You were taught?
Okay, so I was taught to stop, think, don't take it too personally, to take a step back, and also, whereas my normal would be fire, I was able to ask him just to let me speak a moment without butting in, which has always been a problem. I haven't been able to say because it's but. And actually I quite calmly said how it made me feel when he wasn't listening to me. And I asked him actually a bit later on how he felt about that. And he was very good, very supportive. So I haven't actually fired out on all.
And is there anything, because I think that's about it. That's fantastic. Is there anything else you might want to say somebody who's watching this video?
Yeah, I'm just thinking now. One of the things I wanted to say was, as I told you, Mike, when I first came, when I said to close friends I was coming on this anger management course, they laughed and said, you're not angry. you're always jolly and whatever. But actually, the jolliness, the clownness was covering up someone underneath, very confused, extremely stressed, and yes, very, very, very angry about certain past issues. You taught me was getting in touch with my feelings. If you remember, you kept saying to me, you're saying your emotions, you're not actually saying how you feel. And quite honestly, I didn't want to go there. If you remember, at one stage I had a really bad panic attack because physically for years, I've had terrible stomach problems, problems with my breathing, ventilation, migraines. You know, I nearly ticked every single physical thing. And I didn't want to be sad. I didn't want to feel the feelings. And so what it taught me was to acknowledge how I'm feeling at that time and let it be. And I think someone that's looking at this should really know that it did really help. It was hard. It was extremely hard if you've led a life where you've literally been the clown and that confident person. It took me probably till Sunday. I think it's worth every penny. That's what I would say.